at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it on.
Yeah, we definitely need to fix that one up, Hank.
Yeah, we do. Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
The cicadas are kind of going away, but the tourists are here.
Right?
If you can't tell, go to the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts. Oh my God! I
Go do anything.
thought somebody was going to back out and hit a Dunkin' Donuts, one of those big 18-wheeler delivery trucks this morning.
Yeah, that is also another thing that I'm very much concerned about, the amount of traffic accidents I've even witnessed in the last few weeks.
There was a fatal in who we talking?
Awful.
Yarmouth earlier in the week
Yep.
or last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Awful lot of traffic accidents.
I like just on the regular, every single day I've seen at least 2 to 5 fender benders.
Yep.
So they're here. Everyone's here. Pay attention and practice your defensive driving. You're going to need it.
You're going to need it. Yep.
No
Yep.
one's paying attention. Even this morning,
Yeah.
I was, doing my earlier job, banking and grabbing coffee and doing something, and I'm slowly backing out. And this person just comes whipping around the corner inside of Mashpee Commons. Swear to God, 40 miles an hour.
Oh, you can't do that.
Right? And I just did this dramatic stop with my car and
Right.
dramatically drove back into my, I don't know if it was that dramatic, but I feel as if it was. Good morning, Ashley. So glad that you're back with us. And hey, from WKKL's 90.7 Midday Madness. Hello and good morning. I was hanging out with Lisa Z on Sunday afternoon.
Yes,
It was her big birthday party.
it was.
It was. So we had,
Do we talk about how old she is?
we're allowed to say that she was having her 60th birthday.
Okay,
party.
congratulations.
She had the Anejo taco truck and
Very
her
cool.
son running the bar and me playing tunes after a very grumpy day at the Mashpee Farmers Market.
No, not you.
Poor Hank comes in and he's like, I'm ready to work. And I was like, I got nothing. He's like, and I'm leaving.
Yep. Bought my tomatoes and my lettuce and a couple of things that Mari wanted, and we bought some candy and we
You
were
were
out of there.
good. You were good. Thank you very much to everybody that continually comes out and supports
The
us.
crowds are huge.
Yeah. You should have seen the line at Scones. Kelly was running in late and she's like, oh no. And I said, you got a line already. You better hurry up.
Oh yeah. She can't bake enough.
No, we have several baked goods humans that sell out completely. For whatever reason, Mashpee, we love our baked goods. We don't have a bread store
No, we don't.
right in the Mashpee Common area.
No.
So we have our bakers crush it.
And we really need that community kitchen. You keep
I'm
talking
working
about
on it.
being head of the Chamber of Commerce.
Right? I know. I was foiled again for several other grants because I've just been working, burning the midnight oil pretty much every single day trying to get this stuff in. And unless I find funding somewhere, it's just not going to happen. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to keep knocking on the doors and turning things over and asking people where this is and how will you give me money?
Right.
Yes, please. We're trying to build some cool stuff here.
Right. Because I swear the community kitchen would run 24 hours.
Oh, it absolutely would. And this is another opportunity for small businesses and makers and people that want to test the waters of running a business in a restaurant. Wouldn't it be cool to get a DoorDash of actual fresh food that is being cooked right now at
That'd
2
be
in the
wicked
morning?
cool. That'd be wicked
Because you
cool.
just had to or wanted to.
Right.
We don't have that option. Food stops here at 9 p.m. There's no.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, right?
I mean, we've gone into Bobby Burns earlier than that and been told the kitchen is closed. And
Yeah.
Bobby Burns, are you kidding me? You used to be able to go into Bobby Burns at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night. What do you want? The kitchen's still open.
Right. Good morning, Adam Grasha. He said, I love bread. You gave me the Oprah. I heard it like Oprah. Also, we have got our Take Care Cape Cod signs out there. Cups were flowing and people rinsing, reusing, and bringing it back and washing things. So I was really excited to see a lot of people with their cups
Right.
ready to go. It makes my heart sing a little bit when we're using less plastics. In fact, the bar has stopped doing their, what the heck is it called? Pours.
Mhm.
And we're just doing recyclable cans.
That's great.
Yeah, the farmers market. It makes it easier for our bartenders. And also it's going along with my goal of using less and less plastics. So I'm hoping next year is a fully plastic free year.
Mhm.
But I mean, baby steps. We're working on it, Adam, I promise. What's up, Cindy? She's like, where have you been, Ashley? It's a homecoming. So yeah, Hank, thank you very much for dealing with my bad mood too. Has anybody else been affected by whatever's going on in the universe? Like I feel as if everything is breaking, affected, dramatic. Lily ripped off her whole nail trying to pick up
And
a
she
tent.
was blonde.
And I can't keep track with.
I
my
mean, we
kids and
walked
their
up to
hair.
the table before we were greeted lovingly by you. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, who is the blonde painting that picture? And she turns around, she goes, hi, I'm a blonde now. And I went, what? And I broke my nail. Okay.
Yeah, right. I'm glad she brought her painting stuff because I thought she was going to lose it. You know, Cody was up until 3:00 in the morning gaming.
Of course.
So
that's what they do.
Of course he's in a bad mood. And then his bad mood was like, I'm not doing anything. Like I'll physically be there, but I'm not going to do anything. It was just one of those mom moments that I was just.
But don't
so
you
annoyed.
need him to move stuff around and
Oh
pick
yeah, he was
stuff
just
up
not doing it.
for all the, oh gee.
You know, he did help a couple of vendors that actually needed it. This
Mhm.
poor gentleman that came over and God love him, had to be 86 years old getting set up with his tent. And he's like, I just need a little hand. And Cody did get up for him.
Is that the guy who grew all the lettuce and stuff?
No, Ron never needs help from us.
Oh, he doesn't?
Never.
His lettuce is really, really good, by the
Ron
way.
sells out and just sits there like a happy little clam.
Oh, he sits there with his little plastic containers full of this lettuce and that lettuce and this and that, and he just tells you all about it, and he just collects the money.
Little farmer Ron comes, no problems, gets all set up. He sold out in an hour, and then he just sits there and enjoys the market.
Right.
It's like, this is great. I love it. So yeah.
Every week he tells me, this is great. This is better than Found. This is better than this. This is better than that. I
I
sell out.
love that he's enjoying his retirement. Like he's doing this for fun. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? It's not because he has to. It's not, yes, it is his livelihood, but
Mhm.
also he's just got a system. It's
Right.
worked for him.
Yep.
And he loves it. Good morning, John. Hooray, more smash burgers. I agree. If
Mhm.
you've not been to Knock during the week, their
No.
lunch specials, $5 smash burgers,
Really?
and they are ridiculously good.
Okay.
Also a problem of mine.
What, smash burgers?
Yep.
Oh.
What's up? Super helpful at our Canal Farmers Market.
And how was that? We haven't talked since the first.
The first one was great.
Yeah.
We probably sold, I want to say, at least over 100 pounds of seafood.
Wow.
And that was, just us, like Liz and I getting to, here you go, scallops, clams, here you go, rifling it off. We've got baked goods. We've got De Silva is there. He's got pickles.
Yes, I saw that.
And
last
his
week.
pickles are delicious.
Really?
So we'll have his pickles at that one. I got a call yesterday from a sweet or hot pepper kind of guy.
I was going to ask you about that because I saw the text.
Oh yeah, he's in.
He's in.
We had a great chat yesterday, and he hand makes them. He started this during pandemic.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm all set with the Board of Health. I talked to Dion. By the way, shout out to the Board of Health and Board. Dion, you were wonderful. And also fun to talk to. We've
Really?
talked about his pipes before.
His pipes?
He's got the best voice.
Oh, really?
If I could get him as a voice on Lemonadio,
Really?
I was like, have you ever thought about radio? Would you like to do a show?
Just as a side light, little something to keep you amused.
Right?
Yep.
He's from Louisiana, and he's just a doll, and he's like, I love farmers markets. After he inspected everybody, he was out there shopping.
Great.
Like, just a really cool, fun, nice guy.
Nice to have somebody from the town like right there.
Yeah,
involved.
for sure. And we're right on Main Street, which is nice. And the parking is get in, get out. Next week starts the Canal Concert Series.
Mhm.
So expect the influx of 300 to 500 people coming for a good show. And the weather is going to cooperate with us because I'm not having it. Last year, half of them got canceled because of the weather.
Right.
So I'm hoping that this year we're going to have a turnaround of
and
events.
if she's not having it, trust me, she's not having it.
Not having it.
Not having it. Nope. Not gonna. Nope.
Kate, that market is 90 Main Street in Buzzards Bay, and we're Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. It's right across the street from our good friend Lauren.
Mhm.
Lauren owns Oplasis, and she's the one that produces our Kids Zone, and she's also working on a music lounge for the Canal concert series, just because it's directly across the street. So we had a fabulous recent graduate of Bourne High School perform for us last
Very
week.
good.
And she was fearless. She's like, where I just need to plug in my amp and I'm ready to go. And she was banging out Taylor Swift tunes. And right there underneath the gazebo. It was really impressive.
And Lauren may be swimming tomorrow.
Well, the weather might be right for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm supposed to go out with the harbor master today, and the weather does not look amazing for us. But
no. Yeah, today's not going to be the best of days, but this is going to be, if you pick this for your vacation, you won.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yesterday was phenomenal.
Oh, yesterday was gorgeous.
I had a lunch meeting with a good friend of mine, Corey, who sometimes vends with us over at the farmers market. And it was funny. She chose to sit outside. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to tell her that's a poor choice, me sitting outside in the Mashpee Commons.
Right.
But we rolled with it.
Okay.
We saw everyone. Every 5 seconds, I'm like, hi. She's like, Stephanie, seriously?
Yeah.
It's like, you chose outside.
It's like me sitting outside with Mari. I just might as well just sit there and just, oh, yeah, I remember you. No, I don't.
Oh, it was very, very funny. So we stopped and chatted with everybody. Everybody's here. Everyone was out. It was such a lovely day. It was nice to see not only the people that were visiting the Mashpee Commons shopping, but also the workers getting out and walking around on their lunch break and feeling like, oh, this is nice. We can enjoy where we live.
Yeah. I could tell more people were here. 8:30 Mass on Sunday was more crowded than it has been in a couple of months. And I looked around at the way people were dressed.
Either that or it was a lot of Saturday sins.
And I thought, oh, yeah, the summer people are back here because they're wearing their Hawaiian shirts and all of that. And sure, Father Healy is appreciating the extra cash that's coming in the door. So, and they're making progress building the little expansion of the food pantry there, too.
Yeah, they are. We were a little nervous. La Tavola is coming. If you've ever wanted to sit at a giant Italian long table dinner, we are upping our game this year. Pink Door Catering is going to be feeding us, and we've got a limoncello lounge. Tickets are on sale right now, and you can grab those Mashpee Chamber.
Where will limoncello lounge be?
The limoncello lounge will be outside of the church. It's really just for photos.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were serving.
No, well, it depends if we get our license or not. But they will be, our limoncello ladies are hoping to do like a little tasting. Mm-hmm. And then you can purchase their limoncello.
They make their own?
Yeah, they make their own.
Oh.
They're 2 retired school teachers.
Yes.
And they started their little brand of limoncello. Mm-hmm. And it's a cream limoncello, which is my favorite. And I had it when I was on the Amalfi Coast.
Right.
And I've never had a recreation of it ever since. Mm-hmm. Theirs gets pretty darn close.
Right.
So I'm very excited for their new expansion. Mm-hmm. Cheryl has been working diligently on doing tastings around town and getting their brand out there. Mm-hmm. We're trying for the Canal Farmers Market, but it's not looking like it's going to happen. The town wants police details and stuff that's just unaffordable for us to do for a tasting.
Really?
Yeah.
A police detail for tasting?
I know. It's the way the town works because it's public property.
Oh, okay.
So it's different than private property.
Oh, all right.
So, I mean, there's more red tape to jump through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
It's what we got to do. If we want it, we got it. Greetings, Earthlings, so says Rick. And yay, Saturday sins. Rabbit, it's July 1st. Here we go. We're moving into the month of July. I feel like it was just Memorial Day weekend. Yep. And here we are. I feel like it's downhill from 4th of July for us.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like this. I don't want to say the summer's over, but it's like, yeah.
What are the big plans for 4th of July? What is everybody doing? We already had our fireworks. Apparently, people were very unhappy with the fireworks.
Well, we can watch the fireworks from the pool at the Villages.
Usually.
And we went down, and a bunch of people there. It's really cool. We sit around the pool and we sit in the beach, in the pool chairs, and people have Yetis and little red cups and whatever. And we're looking and we're saying, they're really not going to do this, are they? They're really not going to do this. And then we heard, okay, well, this is the start of it. This is just the low. And then you couldn't see it.
Clouds. It was like the second to last year, Hyannis did fireworks where they lit off $1 million into the clouds. So it just looked like a Rorschach test.
Right. It must be because my assumption is that there's no makeup date when you do it that early.
Well, it's insurance, it's people, it's all the things that are just really, really monumental to reschedule.
Yeah. Same thing happened in Sandwich too. They set them off and nothing happened. And then there's a controversy in Sandwich about the town band. Have you been following this?
No.
The town band has nowhere to go.
What do you mean?
Well, the Sandwich has a town band.
Okay.
And unofficial, it's the town band, but they're the town band. They're a bunch of local amateur musicians who do a couple of concerts in the summer. And the bandstand is gone, and they're trying to find a place to go. And no one seems to want to give them a place to go. It's very strange.
I will have to do some investigating and asking around when I am playing music at the Sandwich Town Picnic on the 4th of July.
Well, you need to find out then.
I will. We do the egg toss competition, which is so fun.
Yep.
Some of the amount of blows that some of them sustain are pretty incredible. Also, I love the fact that the fire department just opens up the hoses and it's a giant foam party for kids, adults. It's just such a good time. It's one of those quintessential idyllic holiday outings that I love that we are part of at Lemonadio. And I'm so thankful that the rec department has once again asked us to be a part of it this year. It's just such a good, wholesome, fun picnic. And I will be asking about where the town band is.
Yes. I wonder if the Sandwich Town Band could play in Mashpee somewhere.
I'll take them. We got space.
Could you find them a place to go?
I could. I don't think that they like that very much. And Mashpee stole the Sandwich Town Band.
Hey, Sandwich don't want them,
What's up, Joe? Matt's the best, he said. Morning, you two. Hey, Richard, how you been? Glad that you're here. RTB totally going downhill by the end of the month once we hit 4th of July. It is. It's the blink of an eye and it's over. So enjoy it. Get out there and make some summertime activities. My legs still look like flour sacks. I don't think they've seen the light of day yet. I'm like, ooh. And the older you get, it's just like, it's not cute. Hank, I'm wearing pants for the rest of the summer.
You are? Oh, I'm not. I'm not wearing pants, by the way, folks.
I told my husband the other day, I was like, I need to go back to the gym and lift some weights. I don't know what's going on down there.
There was a picture on Instagram of Bill Belichick. This is what made me think of legs.
Flour sack legs.
Bill Belichick and Jordan holding hands, and all you could see was a little bit of their shorts and their legs.
Yeah.
It was like, really? It's like kind of weird.
Whatever. They're weird. Let them enjoy their weird love.
They gotta be.
I don't care.
Weird love.
My Julia yesterday was stopped by the house for dinner and we were yapping and she showed me a photo of, all of the 20 to 30 something girls that all kind of work adjacent to Knockabout. And they were all joking about finding an older daddy. One on their last legs to further bolster their creative endeavors into their old times. And, she's showing me memes of this old guy and this, gorgeous 30 something woman. It was very much like the Real Housewives that are being filmed in Rhode Island right now about, we just love each other and we connect on this certain level. And the guy is like 100 years old.
Right. And he's just smirking. I mean, he's like, I can't believe this. I'm getting ready to die.
What does he care? If he wants to give his money to this young thing, go for it, girl. Right. This is what you're doing for your future. You go right ahead. It's not the first time it's been done. It's been happening since the beginning of time. Yes. I guess we should do the old people report at this point because
the old people report.
Dick Van Dyke had to cancel outing.
I saw the headline, but I didn't see why.
Well, I loved the fact that he was supposed to appear at Malibu High School for some event. His wife ended up doing the event. The man is 99 years old.
Right.
And his response to it was, I'm 99. Some days are good and some days are bad.
Right.
That was a bad day.
Right.
I loved it.
Right. I'm not getting up today. Sorry.
Right. Sorry, it's not happening. I also love the fact that he said he was planning an Odd Couple remake with Ed Asner.
Oh,
and then Ed Asner
geez.
died. He's like, and then he died. So we didn't do
Yeah, I
that.
don't know if there's anybody left he could do it with.
Yeah, no.
Tony Randall's been dead for a long time.
Paul Simon, he canceled some of his concert tours, got a bad back.
Right. You know,
It's the old
people are
people
saying
report.
people are saying his shows are amazing. Paul Simon.
I don't know. I mean, he was fantastic on SNL when they had their 50th anniversary,
Yes.
right? When he did that open with
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter. I
Right.
really love that.
Yeah.
But it's not very lively.
No, he's not. He never was. I mean, he and Art Garfunkel just used to stand there and
I mean,
sing.
I'm sure I would very much enjoy the sing-along portion of
Right.
that concert, but I don't think for a live show,
Mhm.
I don't know what he's offering visually. Like, is what I'm saying.
From what I've seen in the clips, it's just him and there's nothing.
Also, he looks very gray.
Yeah, he does. He looks
Speaking
very
of
old.
flower sack legs of mine,
He looks old.
I'm not
He is
judging
old.
it,
He
but
is
just even his pallor.
Yeah,
Like, can somebody get him into makeup or something?
right. Yeah, he looks like he's
Gray.
one step away from.
Like, there's got to be a bodily. Get one of those liver drinks, or maybe have some of those like mushrooms. Get a little life in there. Pinch him up a little before he gets out there. Perk him up. Come on, Paul. You got this. He's got a bad back, so he's got to take a little
Is
bit
he
of break.
still married to
I don't think that they're married, Edie Brickell.
Edie Brickell?
But I think that they still are like lovers.
Okay.
I hate the term.
At a certain age, it sounds kind of creepy,
Right? It just looks kind of like, I don't want to know what y'all do back there. And I don't care if it's like hug and nude or whatever kind of love making, but the word lovers reply to anyone over 80. I can't do it.
Well, you really can't.
Good morning, Jen Christian. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning. It is Hank and Stephanie. We're live here at Mashpee TV. Thank you very much to Chris Ball, who I did get a glimmer of.
You did.
He was at church.
Uh-huh.
And then he got to walk across the street a little bit and get a
Right.
little,
he
sit in
doing
the
better?
sun. He's moving.
Good.
He's moving and grooving.
Good.
He just had surgery, so we're excited for him to come back to work full time. But
Right.
he's got to take care of his body. You got one. The skin
Yep.
sleeve has got to work.
Yep.
So he's slowly taking it all in. But we've got some big plans for Mashpee TV and working out some of these new equipment that they've got and doing some live shots
That'd be cool.
throughout the town. And we're getting kind of excited. And I got to talk to Matt Pitta about maybe doing something live at Seaside Le Mans this year.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time for that, but not really.
Yeah, because everything's going to be pop, 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 pop. And the kids are
Right.
back in school.
That's why I'm asking, like, what's the plan for the rest of the summer? Those kids need to get back in school. I just had a day. This whole week has been tough for me.
Yes.
I drove to Providence yesterday, lost 3 hours of my day.
Providence.
I had to go for global entry.
Oh, okay.
Cliff and I had to get fingerprinted by the government, whatever. Cliff, I've got 2 appointments. We're all set. I'm like, oh, good. Friday, I got my approval, blah, blah, blah. We get there. I don't have an appointment. He has an appointment.
What happened to your appointment?
I apparently didn't. My name was not there.
Oh, okay.
So they see you in September is basically what I got.
Oh, sorry, can't squeeze you in. I know your husband's
I
here,
love wasting 3 hours of my day.
but did you at least go to eat when you were in Providence?
No,
Did you
I
go
had
up to
to come
Federal
right
Hill?
the hell
Did
back
you-
home. No.
Oh, see now, see if
We
at
got
least
in,
you could have gone
we
up
got
to
out.
Federal Hill and got yourself a nice meal.
Yeah, nothing. No, it was first thing in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So I had like a full day of stuff. So, and he had just gotten off an overnight
Mhm.
of a new install. So he had been working from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. in Provincetown.
Mhm.
Drove home. I drove to Providence.
Mhm.
He got fingerprinted. We got back. That sounded weird.
Yes, it did.
And then I'm like logging in, trying to get my son his driver's ed hours
Mhm.
because they released them at random parts, apparently 3 p.m. on Monday. So second week in a row, I could not get him an appointment. So 2 weeks in a row, no driving lessons. So I'm already fit to be tied. You saw how I was on Sunday.
Yeah.
This spilled off into my Monday.
Oh, God.
And here I am calling the driver's ed lady. Unacceptable.
Do you know who I am?
This is not the first time I've lost my complete mind on this woman.
Oh, so she's used to it.
She's just like, oh God, please, Stephanie, don't ever call me.
What do you want? Please just tell me what you want. Then
And
promise
she
me
has
you'll
to
never come.
understand that this has been an issue through 5 children.
Really?
This is the last one. Could one of them just get their damn license and make me stop driving around town, please?
Right. Well, Lily still isn't Still doesn't and probably won't.
No, I had to pick Miss Daisy up yesterday, 2 in the afternoon, and then take her grocery shopping for her specific foods because she doesn't like anything we eat.
Oh, you can't go grocery shopping for the house?
No. She needed her own grocery. Doesn't have a license.
She goes back to college when?
Not soon enough. And then I'm like, did you deal with your housing, please? You need to get gone.
Oh, she doesn't have housing lined up for the fall?
Oh my God, you can't.
Oh, Lil.
Calgon. So I'm running away next week. We will not be having a show here on Lemonadio Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be back on Thursday.
Okay.
We'll be back on Thursday morning, but no show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm leaving the country. I can't take it.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to? Do you care to divulge?
Tulum.
Who?
Tulum.
Where is Tulum?
Mexico.
Okay.
Right? I might not be able to come back.
Okay.
Maybe they'll keep me.
No, she'll get mad and they'll say, get the hell out of here.
And keep her.
We don't want you. You take her right back.
I'm out of here. I just can't.
She comes.
I told Cliff, you got global entry now. I'll see you when I see you. Maybe they'll keep me.
So global entry means?
You don't have to deal with all the customs
Okay.
stuff. You just cruise through. But apparently I can do it on my way back through into the country.
Mm-hmm.
There's global entry there. So I can do that. So I won't have to wait until September.
Oh, okay.
Cliff's like, we can drive you to Maine today to get the global entry. I'm like, I'm not going to Maine today.
So it's kind of like TSA pre.
We have
Only for
TSA pre-check
customs.
only for
But
customs.
have you noticed with TSA pre now? It seems sometimes that there are more people in line for TSA pre than there is for regular.
Depends on where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
It actually benefited me fairly recently.
Yeah.
Where it was psycho on one side and then
Mhm.
there was nobody at the TSA pre. But the 2 times Cliff and I tried to use our TSA pre, it was faster to just go through the regular line.
Yeah.
So
Because everybody's got it now.
I feel like the Florida ones they're full.
I was going to say that's when we noticed it going to Florida.
Right?
TS. We didn't have TS. We don't have it. Keep saying we're
The
going to get
oldies
it.
don't like to sit around. They're getting moldy as it is. They want to get in and out.
Yes. And then depending upon where you are and what airport, you may or may not have to take your electronics out of your bag. You may or may not have to take your shoes off. You may or may not. It's just like, can you guys just be consistent about what it is you're going to do from place to place?
My husband's new overnight watch show is that stupid airport show where they are like, this one's smuggling in drugs.
Oh,
This is
I've
where the
watched that.
drugs
When there's
are.
nothing else on, I'll watch that.
This one's smuggling in steaks. And I'm like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I was like, what did I do?
I don't watch it overnight. I will turn it on and watch it if there's nothing else on.
I can't. It's also this guy. I'm just doing my job. And you're definitely, we know she's a liar.
Right.
The back room. Like, why am I watching this? This is not good.
and you watch people slowly fall apart.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, they deny, they kind of
know.
deny, they really didn't know, they didn't understand. Yeah, they're paying me to do this.
This one poor Costa Rican lady was like high as a kite. And she's like, I just come from a music festival. Like, and her bags were full of drugs. But she's like there to pick up her mother. So she had gone through like all of the stuff to pick up her mother from the airport. She was not even flying.
Oh, Jesus, she got caught?
And she got caught.
Oh, my Lord.
And then like thrown out of the country. They're
Right.
like, you've overstayed your visa. You're leaving.
Right.
She's like, weed's legal. She's like, not this much and not in an airport, lady.
No. Oh,
Like, who brings pounds of weed with them to the airport to pick up their mother?
you don't. Unless you're high, apparently.
Right?
Yeah.
How high does one have to be to do that?
Really high.
Right. So let's talk about some crazy crime. Since we're
Wow.
talking about Hightown over here.
Oh, my goodness.
And not to be confused with the show that is supposedly shot in Provincetown, which it's not.
Oh, really? Well, see, we've got, you know,
The crimes have to be getting a little bit better. I mean, it is tourist season, so we
Yes.
must be able to see a little bit more than the regular crazy crimes.
well, see, here's the thing. If you're familiar with Sandwich, if you're familiar with Town Neck, you know that a brewery opened there
Yep.
in the place of another restaurant. And there were people down there who were very much opposed to it. And there are people down there who are still very much opposed to it. And apparently, I'm making a wild generalization here for the sake of the argument, but they're now calling the police and telling them about things that are going on that really aren't going on at all.
Okay. Just to get them to come down there and see the parking situation.
Town
We'll
Net callers reported Carmageddon. The callers, not caller. This is the S is important. The callers stated there were vehicles parked in the dunes and that both the parking lot and the roadway were impassable. Responding officers found no such issues.
Yeah, right.
Grow up, folks. Really, grow up.
They're not gonna. We're just gonna keep calling like this. You know that there's this one lady, and she's like, they're ruining my view, and I'm gonna call and call and call, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease. You know this.
Yes, and they're apparently calling their friends. If there are callers doing this,
Yeah,
you're taking first responders away from something that they maybe really have to respond to.
right. Exactly. Well, I mean, those are like, I would prefer that over whatever happened in Middleborough over the weekend, where a man stabbed his mother's boyfriend 17 times.
Not once, not twice.
After an hour.
You got to make a stick right.
Thank you very much for sending that one in.
A caller reported their cell phone was pinging at a residence, which police responded. The homeowner who had found the phone on its conveyor belt at Logan attempted to return it via Logan Lost and which was closed. JetBlue, not our problem, and the TSA, we can't take that. She planned to use Facebook to locate the owner.
Oh.
Fortunately, Apple's Find My Phone led the owner directly to Sandwich Police Department.
Who has that much time on their hands?
And the phone was successfully reunited with its owner. Bonus, an unexpected visit to Sandwich. But
would you ever do this? I'm going to be you're not a knight in white shining armor.
No. There's a phone. I mean, what do you do with it?
You hand it to somebody that's there. Why would you remove it from the space? That person is going to go back there or call there.
Right. You find somebody somewhere with the airline or whatever and say, or just leave it on the belt and
yeah, it's really weird.
And we'll go round and round with the and eventually they'll get to the point. Here's the luggage that didn't get picked up, and here's the cell phone that didn't get picked up either. We'll put it over here.
Yeah.
In toys.
Yeah, it's crazy. That happened fairly recently when I was doing an event inside of Mashpee Commons, and somebody just randomly handed me a purse. They're like, here you go. We're looking for that. Well, I had a microphone in my hand, so I did announce it like 14 times.
Oh.
And there's not like really one area of an information station in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it just so happens after probably an hour and a half of looking, this poor woman looked at me and she was like gray. And then the girl reaches out from underneath my DJ thing and was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, this is yours, I guess.
Wow. Now here's something very, very sweet. That Sandwich Police officers assisted a young person who was found sitting on a beach at a local park in the early morning hours. The subject was comforted by the officer as they discussed the loss of a family member.
Oh.
After a short time, the individual was provided a courtesy ride home and informed of resources available to them. This is the stuff they should be doing, not responding to your phony parking problem.
Right. They're in the dunes.
How the hell get in the dunes?
They weren't in the dunes. They're just saying that because they were protecting the wildlife, just like why hyenas no longer having fireworks is because of the piping plovers.
Really?
That is upsetting to some people. Wildlife fireworks are done anyway, guys. Let's get some laser lights out there, right?
We've been through this piping plover thing for. We've lived here. We've lived here years, and I vacationed here as a kid. This piping plover thing is not news anymore.
Exactly.
No one should be getting upset. It's how
like
it goes.
Plovers. What's up, Allison? Thanks for joining us on the show.
Have their babies and then let them go. Right?
We don't all need to be out there on the national shore. It's fine. wherever they are. They've taken up residency. That's where they are. We have to deal with the crazy osprey around here.
Right.
We have to put up with it. Once a year, we get a fire on a telephone pole because the osprey decided to do something crazy up there. And then we lose power. These are the things that happen this time of year. Happy Canada Day to our neighbors up north.
Oh, Canada. That's all I know.
I was like, what's the next line?
And then it's la, 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 la.
I had a Zoom meeting yesterday with a couple of Toronto individuals yesterday, and they were,
I think they're called Torontonians.
well, they were complaining about their random day off during the week. She said, it's kind of like we have 2 Mondays.
Oh.
Like they had to go to work yesterday, then they have today off, then they have to go back to work on Wednesday. So,
they don't, I suppose you can't. I guess it's kind of like 4th of July. You can't move the 4th of July to make it convenient.
It is where it is.
Right.
So theirs just happens to be on a Tuesday this year. They had to 2 Mondays in a week.
Right.
That doesn't sound like a fun week.
Right. But speaking of Canadians, and I know a lot of Canadians come here for vacation, I received an email the other day from a local real estate agency here with a long list of rental property available.
Oh.
I mean, like a long list.
Really?
Yes. Available.
Well, you and I need to talk because I've got a couple of people and know what is going on with Wi-Fi here today. We keep blinking in and out. It seems to be a problem around Mashpee because we have freaking people here.
Well, the system isn't built for all the people who come in the summertime.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Good morning, Sabrina. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning.
Hey.
Hank and Stephanie, we're here live at Mashpee TV. 4th of July weekend brings the powwow, which is going to be happening here in Mashpee. If you've not checked one out ever, I definitely suggest that you go. At some point this week, I'm hoping to connect with someone that's going to give us a little bit more information, some in-depth conversation, one of the elders from the tribe.
Really?
So
that's
Trish,
cool. We've never been here. And again, all the years we've lived here, we've never been. All the years we've lived here. Yesterday, I said to Mariana, what do you want to do? I suggested one thing, and she said, how about we go to Hoxie House in Sandwich?
Okay.
She went there, in 2nd or 3rd grade. I'm a former selectman. I'd never been to Hoxie House. Darn, that was interesting. That was really interesting.
You liked it, huh?
Yeah, it was cool.
It is being nice at tourists in your own town or the towns adjacent to you when you get here.
Right. Some of the things that they had there were just really interesting. There's a loom there, and it's one of 2 of these kinds of looms that exist in the country.
Yeah,
from the 1600s.
Pretty incredible.
Right. I also found out where the phrase "good night sleep" came from.
Oh,
because they used to have beds that used to have to tighten up the strings. There was no mattress. There was no what word am I thinking of? What goes on top of the mattress? There's no box spring. Yeah. It was rope. So you had it, there were rope beds, so you had to tighten it up. And that's where good night sleep tight came from, because you had a.
Interesting. So you learned something. Say we're not all just jabber.
That's right.
We're educational over here.
Mm-hmm.
You had phrases or sayings today.
Oh, yes.
2 sayings that are brutally true.
Yes, from Buddha, I believe.
From Buddha.
From Buddha. Let me see if I can find it now.
We're going to get Zen for a moment. If you're feeling a little chaotic this week and you're a little stressed out.
These are Buddhist sayings. For example, you are what you do, not what you promise you'll do.
I like that.
Never think that the person of peace is not skilled in war.
Don't come for me.
No, don't. The closer you get, the tougher it will get.
Valid.
Ships that wait for the perfect wind will never be able to sail.
Are these all sayings I should be writing down and tell my children?
These are all really good ones. And here's the best one. The truth will only set you free once it's finished with you.
Oh, I like that, Don. Yep. You are what you eat. Thank you.
Buddha.
Buddha.
He ain't
Don Sherwood Tuttle.
Right. Can I say this? Buddha looked like he ate too many cheeseburgers?
That's it. It's because he was full of knowledge.
That's what it's called.
Right?
Okay.
Smash burgers. Amazing. Evelyn Champagne King turned 65 today.
Wow.
Love come down. Shame.
Oh, Shame. That's right. Shame.
Shame. Him and I were both, he's like, one hit. And I was like, no, she had another one. And I
Shame.
can't remember which one it was.
That's the one.
But Shame was the big one.
And she's still around. Obviously. She
Yeah,
turned
65.
Yep.
She looks darn good too. Just saw a photo of her.
Oh, good.
What else we got? 11 things working class notice about your spoiled children
Oh, boy.
on the list. And I was like, interesting. Let's talk about that just
No
a
one
little
has
bit.
spoiled children, by the way.
Well, it's summer, right? They're everywhere. Everybody's bringing their kids to all of the things. Cape Cod Children's Museum has got the Peanuts exhibit that they've got. Go check it out. The touring Charles Schultz is really kind of cool.
Oh,
They did
really?
a good job. It's a Snoopy house in there. Charles Schultz was also a big fitness advocate.
Mhm.
So there's like a little workout thing. Lucy's little psychiatric advice.
Oh, really?
And then they talk about, wellness and well-being, mental health.
Oh, I
and
might go see that.
yeah, actually, Elisa said the first 5 visitors were grown-ups
Mhm.
that were visiting because they were just a big fan of Charles Schultz in general. But they've got this exhibit and it's like an added value. We've got free tickets if you come to any of our music bingos or trivias this week. So if you want to connect with us there, definitely do it. It's like a $50 value. So I'll give those out this week wherever you find Lemonadio trivia. Today happens to be music bingo at Bailey's. And then we have trivia that is at Neptune's, which is Smith Family Beer Garden in Hyannis with Sue. So both of those will have opportunities for you to win your free passes. But kids are everywhere, right? Our monthly giveaway is Water Whiz passes. Barnstable County Fair is coming.
Any good music acts coming?
I haven't taken a look at it because I've been just mainly concerned with us because we're doing the demolition derby.
Oh,
and
you are.
Oh, we are.
Oh, we are. You are.
Lemonadio.
We are. Whatever.
We are.
We are.
I expect your rear end out there.
Oh, absolutely. We were
Shooting
talking
the
about that the other
T-shirt
day.
cannon.
Absolutely. Giving out sunglasses.
That's
last year.
it. Sunglasses, T-shirts. We've got stickers. Dave is designing us some new Lemonadio special edition Barnstable County Fair stickers.
Really?
Yeah, Lemonadio in a little vehicle, little demo truck. So we'll have that for
Let's
you.
see.
So yeah, kids are everywhere.
Mhm.
And are they misbehaving? How do we tell? 11 things we can notice about your spoiled children. We do notice that they're entitled. Many working class people live on dual income households where parents go to work, leave their kids to navigate daily lives, conflict resolutions, play on their own terms. And of course, at a certain age, they're left to fend for themselves when the parents aren't around, teaching them baseline levels of autonomy
Mhm.
and independence that kids with overbearing parents don't really have access to.
Uh-huh.
You can tell when
Mhm.
a kid has had to think for themselves.
Right. Yeah, you can.
They never say please and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're only helpful when people are watching.
Otherwise, they don't care.
Right.
Right.
Don't accept no. Have you been in a room with a kid that's a needler and a nagger? I mean, all of our children have gone through it at various phases of their developmental growth. But the one that continuously is that kid
Mhm.
that just will not accept it until they pester a person into getting what they want.
And they get their way. Yeah.
And then they get their way. So you've taught them bad habits, right?
Yep.
They're dependent on their parents. They can't do anything for themselves.
Mhm.
They have a weak work ethic. They have unrealistic expectations for life. They lack social skills. They can't take accountability. They don't understand the value of a dollar. And they're not kind,
Huh. Very interesting.
right?
Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. We're going to see a lot of those in these next couple of weeks here on Cape.
But we always point the fact out that they're bratty kids. No, it's because their parents are not assisting them in any growth. These personal levels.
Right.
I had this very long conversation about visitors that she had at her house, and she's still like traumatized by
Really?
this experience
Oh, really?
because one of the kids was such a brat
Uh-huh.
and was just the behavior involved with the whole visit. She said, I'm traumatized. My kids are still traumatized. My kids would run away to the school across the street to play at the playground. Just so like, I'd turn around and be like, where are my children? They've left.
Wow.
They left the building.
Wow. Okay. Here's the
This
main,
summer as an opportunity to teach your kids something.
here's the main stage at the Barnstable County Fair.
What do we got?
We got Gerard Neiman. He had a hit called Lover Lover.
Okay.
Ian Harrison, another country guy.
Oh, is that like a TikTok thing? Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, I don't know.
Lover.
Okay, Demolition Derby, which we'll be there at. Revisiting Creedence, another tribute band.
It's where it's at. Tribute bands are the thing this summer.
Yep, ABBA, direct from Sweden, the music of ABBA.
Big hit.
April Wine. The hits like Roller, I Like to Rock, You Could Have Been a Lady, Just Between You and Me.
Okay.
I don't know. And for the old people, the Buckinghams.
I like the old people acts that they dust off.
Kind of a drag.
Right?
I think one of the first 45s I ever bought. Kind of a drag when your baby don't love you.
I love that.
Yep. They had a bunch of hits. Kind of a drag was probably the most famous, but yeah.
The Buckinghams.
Buckinghams. And it looks like a couple of them could actually be original Buckinghams. See, that's the thing about all these bands now. And people get their undies in a bunch, particularly with the Little River Band down on here for some reason. You're not going to find original people anymore too much.
No, I know. The Beach Boys are continuing their tour. Obviously, Brian Wilson won't be there. Could you post that link in the comments? What link? Oh, to the 11th, the Spoiled Children thing? Is that what you're interested in? Because I can definitely do that. Just let me know, RTB. Or the acts from the Barnstable County Fair.
Yeah. Which be which?
I had a great conversation with Al Laughlin over the weekend. You probably didn't have a chance to listen to it because our Wi-Fi was so bad where we were.
Mm-hmm.
But he was of the Samples. And it was a huge touring band in the 90s. And he was just talking about how, geez, I wish I was a tribute band. I'd be making a killing right now.
Right. Yeah.
And but his group that he always jams out with, and they're here a couple of times this summer, Al's Highway 50, has Jimmy Snyder in it, local Mashpee guy who was in the Wallflowers.
Okay.
So it's all like little piecemeal pieces of other bands that had some actual commercial success. But you always forget that we live on Cape Cod and there are so many stars, starlets, and just people here living regular everyday lives.
Right.
And you see them just hanging out. Joe, for instance, connected with a couple of guys from CSI Miami. He was just like at the picnic box. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm here for the summer. I'm working on some other project. They're filming a couple of movies here right now.
Yes.
It's just always just regular stuff.
Right.
I think that's why people get excited about coming to the Cape, because we're not super nosy. Even when Elton was here or Bruno Mars was here, we knew it was happening. There are the stalkers that roll up and, trying to get glimpses of people through the woods and their bushes.
Right.
But for the most part, we're just living our regular life.
We're just like,
here.
okay, fine, that's cool. Elton's here. All right.
That's awesome.
Who, by the way, who said he retired? I saw something the other day. He played somebody else's birthday party for like probably $1 gazillion.
Just sitting in a corner, sitting in a chair, doing weird stuff.
Yeah, playing a couple of his hits, and I mean, he's having his best retirement. Sure, I'll.
Well, because he can do it because he wants to, not because he has to.
Right.
Or be a slave to a record label that says you have to go out there and do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So.
And Rod Stewart just played Glastonbury.
I heard.
At age 80, I guess he blew everybody away.
Somebody else said that Glastonbury is on its last leg. I know Boston Calling's on its last leg. Those large music festivals are getting the big thumbs down for people now.
Right.
The cost is ridiculous.
Yeah, but Boston Calling, I think, is kind of going to year and regroup. And the other thing is next year there's going to be World Cup soccer around here. So they're kind of taking the time to get themselves refocused.
Do we have the following to fill that soccer need? Maybe.
People are going to come from everywhere. It's not going to be so much us.
Listen, I was in Europe last year when the World Cup situation was happening, and it was psycho.
Oh, yeah.
Psycho.
Oh, they love their football.
They down when we were, I forget where we were in Germany, it was same situation. Like they had never had World Cup situations like they had before. And the chants from the crowds could be heard the
Mhm.
country next door. It was that crazy.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wearing jerseys, a sea of crazy.
Yeah, I worked for an Italian company a number of years ago, and our home office was in Andover. And when the World Cup, CEO, everybody stopped working. We were watching TV. We were watching soccer. That's all we did. A plane could have blown up and we wouldn't have cared because the soccer game was on.
I'd rather watch the people. Those are good crowd watching situations. The
Oh,
people
yeah.
watching is
And
definitely
they
for
sing.
me.
I love the way they sing and they
Yeah.
wear their scarves or whatever.
Oh, when we were in Amsterdam, their chants, crazy. I've got to share one with you. This is just very funny. I watch all of the TikToks, and for whatever reason, I was on that algorithm because I was over there. So every 5 seconds after all of them, it was just a sea of orange doing weird chants. And I was like, I felt part of the crowd. I wanted to be into it. Whatever. I'll probably never be as close as I was, but it was a full month of European
insanity.
soccer. Crazy. So yeah, I was like, maybe next time we don't travel during World Cup times.
No,
I saw that
not.
Tom Brady is rumored to be dating Sydney Sweeney.
That's interesting.
Good for him. I don't know. I don't see it.
No, I don't either. But hey, whatever he wants. I mean,
Right?
Giselle, never mind.
She's busy.
She's busy.
She's got her new family now. She's good.
Tom, you got had, bud. You got had.
He was fine. I mean, it's not like, I feel like they're both on the same level of in fact, she's richer than he is.
I think so.
So that was not an issue there. I feel like, I don't know. I feel bad for the kids.
Yes,
They've just got all kinds of, they've got a big blended family now.
they sure do. I mean, she was okay with his son from his previous relationship.
Bridget Moynihan, I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to take to her new one. When he picks up the kids, I don't think he's taking that one with him.
Well, that's funny. My husband's ex had another child, and David called my husband dad for many, many years. I was like, whatever. We'll take him too. We don't care. Like, it's a kid.
And
they don't know any better. We'll
Cliff
take it
had nothing to do with it?
No.
Just call him dad anyway.
It's like, whatever. The other kids are calling him dad. I'll call him dad.
Sure, why not? I don't want to ask where the real dad was. I don't want to
Didn't
know
have
the
one
answer.
of those, so that was fine.
All
It's
right.
easier. Hey, we're not airing dirty laundry here. It is days before the 4th of July. We are really looking forward to this holiday weekend. Head to the powwow July 4th, 5th, and 6th here in Mashpee. If you ever want to do something that is truly Mashpeean, come on out for it. Grab yourself. I cannot keep the new Mashpee magazine on the shelves. I got a phone call yesterday from Yarmouth. Can you hand deliver me some?
It looks great. I got to say, and it's
and
a
they're
good
sold out of Roach Brothers too.
and it's a good size.
Yeah.
It's a size you can take with you and put somewhere. It's not the bigger magazine thing. It's a smaller.
And there are some fun stories in there. Dino gives a little restaurant history in there. Richard DeSorger gave us a little accounting of the one-room schoolhouse that we do have here in Mashpee. David Whedon gave us a little bit about the Mashpee Museum.
Not related to Cliff.
No, different Whedons. Actual, Mashpee Whedon. And we've got a few other great stories about our water conservation. A shout out to the EDIC, which also put an article in the paper to assist us putting out this magazine, because the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce is the one that puts out this magazine, which gets pricier every year. So thank you very much for everybody that's in there, and all the businesses that are listed in our listing are Mashpee Chamber members. Yesterday we hit 300 members.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Really, really excited about some of the new small business that are just coming in to support this little endeavor. We're the only chamber of commerce that is not funded by the town or any of their money. So we really are so truly supported by you. So thank you very much for that. La Tavola is coming up once again. It's our Italian long table dinner, and tickets are on sale. It's August 1st. It's 5:30 to 8 o'clock. We really hope to see you out there. It's world-class musicians. We've got Aaron Caruso, who's an Italian tenor. Corey Pescatore, he's from Rhode Island, and he's a 3-time world champion accordionist, and he's not afraid to tell you.
If that's not a Rhode Island name, Corey Pescatore.
He's really good.
Is he from Cranston?
He is.
He's from Cranston. Of course he
He
is.
actually is.
Yep.
Too funny. But once again, tours the world with his accordion, and makes a hell of a living doing so. So we're
Hey.
looking forward to it.
Hey.
What's coming up on lunch break today?
Well, it's Tuesday, so we're playing Where Did They Get That Name From? Included in the list of contestants, Toad the Wet Sprocket
Okay.
and Harvey Danger, not to be confused with Henry Danger.
Oh, Harvey Danger.
Harvey Danger.
Flagpole sitter.
Flagpole sitter, that's right.
All right, I love it.
Yep. And one more reminder from the Sandwich Police, by the way, particularly if you're a tourist, if you're somewhere with a parking lot where there's a gate, find out what time the gate gets locked. Because you may not be getting your car back till it opens again in the morning.
Whoopsies.
Apparently that's a problem.
Sounds like a tourist problem right there. Whatever it is that you're doing this week, we hope you're doing with a little bit of a smile, and hopefully I can get out from underneath this black cloud that's been following me this week. Hello and good morning, Miss Emily. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and we appreciate your support on Lemonadio. We are under construction, lemonadio.com. Our email addresses, everything is being revamped, so please be patient.
Although the new website looks good.
We're getting there.
And I like the new tagline. I don't know where that came from, but it's a good one. Your music, your story. I like it.
That's it. Yep. That's exactly what we've got here at Lemonadio. Your music, your story. Right. And we appreciate you for it. Shout out to Mashpee TV and our friends here, 1072 in HD. If you don't get it, you need a new box, call 1-800-COMCAST. Our show will be coming there very shortly, along with more live interviews as they incorporate their new equipment here.
Very cool. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I know. I'm really looking forward to it too. Have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow on the show. Bye.
Bye, folks.
We need some outro music. Any musicians out there want to make us some outro music? And for matter of fact, some intro music too. We'll take it. We're working on everything. I don't know where any of this is. Can't even end the show today, Hank. Show's not ending.
Can you print?